Let us continue playing for Darkest Dungeon. And I believe it is time. But first, let's see if we can boost our skills somewhat. No, we can't. Alright. Well, I might still be able to, but I was going to have a quick look and see... Actually, what happened? Did I not equip everybody? No, it has... Oh. You know what? I thought for half a moment it had undone all my stuff, because I obviously left in the meantime, but... Oh, jeez. Alright, fair enough. Right. So I think maintaining equipment is probably a reasonable one to consider at this point. Right, let's re-equip the party and just get things set up, because I think I kind of was in the process of this. So, Snoopy. Oh, yes, we're going and challenging that. Thank you. No. Don't worry, don't worry. We have other people for this. We have the Snoopy. We have the Lost Navigator. Somewhere. We have the Little Debbie. Attack Vestal. And we have the Weird System. Now, I do have other characters, and some of them might actually, strictly speaking, be better, but I'm actually looking at stress levels as well. And while there's minimal distance between some of them, that minimal distance might be relevant come the end of this. So, the Rampart Shield and the Brawler's Gloves are probably not worth going for here. Now, despite what I've just said, I'm actually going to go with that. So I want the damage up. See, here's the other side of the coin. Minus 20% damage, so that puts him down to 7 to 13 to sit there and take damage. But I think as an alternative... I'm going to do this. So a slight reduction, more hit points. More hit points is fine, perhaps. You get the same number from that. And, I don't know. I really don't know. The Calming Crystal is probably an okay backup item here. That gives him absolute resistance in debuff, blight, and bleed. Still has the high stun resistance, of course. He's not going to be our main damage dealer, and it's actually a bit of a struggle to find a main damage dealer in this particular party. But oddly, we may have to look here. So if we unequip skills, we now have the Attack Vestal. I should also just quickly adjust something here. I'm going to get rid of that for that. Bolster could still be helpful, but I'm going to stick with this group anyway. And in your case, we go with very, very simple double scroll. So stress damage is mitigated. So he has a +5, plus 15% damage, high debuff, high protection skill, higher heal skills in both sets, a reduction in stun skill chance, and reduction in speed. Actually, this Sacred Scroll, I've been using it quite a lot, but actually it's not all that great. Well, its best ability is really counterbalancing this to some extent. Still, 9 to 19 means you're doing more damage on average than Snoopy. And also additional hit points. Always worth it. The Weird System then. The Weird System is going to have plus 15% damage. And is probably going to have the Calming Crystal as a backup item here. Now, we still have the yips with this character, I've noticed, but I don't have better ways of getting around the accuracy issue, do I? There are problems. There are problems. Right. You're going to have that, and then I might even give you this. Make you much, much slower, but do 20% extra damage. Or I can go for the Sniper Ring. Or I can go with the Feather Crystal. Counterbalance that with your increased hit points. Or... because I might need the speed. I might need speed, so I'm going crescendo box here. So now you're quite quick. So our party order is roughly Weird System, Lost Navigator, Snoopy, and then Little Debbie. Oh, this could go badly wrong. This could really go badly wrong. Let's provision up. Double stack of food. Gonna buy extra of that and that. Gonna buy a full stack of holy water. 2 stacks of torches. Now, I might even go a bit beyond that actually. Okay, this may seem a bit overkill, but honestly, I don't want any chances of missing something that's going to be helpful on this battle, so this is how we're going to go. We're going to go straight there as much as possible, avoid encounters, and then 4 holy waters before we enter.
The great thing I had managed to bring through was brutish and stupid. Moreover, it required prodigious amounts of meat to sustain itself. But this was only a trifling concern. After all, I had a village full of it.
Village full of meat.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
Right, so it's either going to be there or there. Or in theory, it should be there or there. And if we can get a reasonable scout report, we can go straight through the middle and find it. So, battling on. Ignoring the books.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
And we have an encounter to start with. Right. Dodged. Good start. Okay, we of course have the Eldritch Artillery at the back. And that seems like a good plan. I'll go with that. Alright, sniper shots. Wipes you out.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
All God Rending, 12 crit. And bleed. Drums of Doom. Okay, you're going to cure, and then we're going to stun you back. Finally, Hand of Light. For 6 and a damage and accuracy debuff.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Dodge the artillery. But thankfully we're counter dodging, which is nice. I'm gonna stun you next. Crit 9.
The ground quakes.
Okay, we're doing okay for this. Could go for suppressing fire. What are the debuff percentages? 60, 60, 60. I didn't improve this ability, and I should have swapped them around actually. Alright. Gonna shoot the drummer. Try and remove some issues. Ball and chain. Or some devilry. Illumination at the back.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Okay, stun resolves, stun resolves. More doom drums. We're doing okay for stress. We will have the food, obviously, to fix some of this. You've still got stuff to do. Okay. Finish you off.
The fiend falls, a faint hope.
Got our light back up, which is always nice. This is why I prefer to be a position forward. Which I'm going to do. Move position forward so we can prepare for next round. Sniper shot. 28 crit. Okay, just the one to go.
Destroy them all.
And if we can keep this guy under our thumb, this will all be sorted. Go for the riposte. And I think we're going to go weakening here. Okay, so he's weakened. Butcher Cut. Weakened and still did 7, but that's fine. We can manage. We have plenty of healers. Yeah, this is why I need the bolus. Healing then. Ball and chain for stun. Stabity death. And a stun. Finally, I think we'll just go party heals. Let's just try and push some people back into safety. Shame I can't do more Arbalest stuff, but with a free round, we can just stab, crush,
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
and some loot. Bear with. Okay, I had to check this, but apparently this one's quite a good one. Plus 15% damage, plus 10% accuracy, plus 5% crit chance. So clearly, I'm going to give this to you to deal with. So until camp, you have extra damage, extra accuracy, extra crit chance. And he's probably still the best person to do this with. Most reliable damage dealer, at least. Okay, so we have a route planned out here. I think we are going to go Room Battle and Curiosity this way. We didn't find any secret rooms, which is the only thing that would probably distract me at this point. See, we've actually got a lot of gold. We don't need to necessarily get masses of riches from this. Gold is more likely to be stacked up higher than that, so... So, torch and in.
Purchase, spirits are lifted and purpose is made clear.
Okay, another one of these. Here comes the stress. Okay, I'm going to set up a retribution early here. Here we go. 2 counter dodge. Snipe the back, 18. Illumination at the back for death.
Give them no quarter.
And beyond that, stabity death. Okay, maybe you needed the accuracy boost. But we're dodging well, which is at the very least more helpful than, you know, than taking the hits like that. Especially when I don't have a... Well, I do have a dedicated healer, but it's a bit of a randomized dedicated healer. And the riposts are working, at least, which is always nice. So all the attacks have happened, and all of them went on him. Reconstruction. 2. He has a really high bleed resistance as well, so there's always a chance of things working. Stun. 4, and that'll improve any further heals. And Hand of the Unholy. Unholy? Well, no, maybe not. Vomit, kill. And now has Vertigo. But is having some stress problems now.
A decisive pummeling.
Okay, that was kinda calculated, but does have some problems. Got you stunned though, and that means I can go Mace Bash. 6. Which is on the low end of your damage base, actually. I know he's got some protection score, but... Which reminds me, I should really get rid of the... trade you back out for the weakening hex. We'll need that sooner or later. Yeah, I can do nothing but do some extra heals, so healing it is. Crush for 6. And Stabity Death. Gotta love stabby death. Right.
Success so clearly in view.
So we're tossing that away.
Or is it merely a trick?
I'm going to go to this room because we know he's in one of these two now. We've seen every other room. I'm happy to just ignore the curiosity for the moment. It does have occasional negatrates. Even if it's not the least reliable one in the world. You kind of need the stress relief. But it's not guaranteed. 7. Okay. Bandage. Eat the food. And moving on. Yeah, we were over-prepared for this one. Only because it's sort of maintained a grid layout. It's the best one, really, if it comes for it. Oh, it's even going to tell us which one it is. There we go. So now we know. And it's a reasonably safe trip up. We could even, if we were successful and in any shape to continue, go back and do possibly a treasure room just to end it. But, camping time.
Gathered close in tenuous
all the food.
And uneasy companionship.
So, a speed boost our companion will be fine. We need to prevent nighttime ambush. So let's get that out of the way now. That's going to leave us 9 points. So, I don't believe he counts as... He counts as that, so let's see. Oh, damn it. Both of the effects are sort of negative to everybody else here. Alright. Tactics, because we'll need the dodge. Dodge and crit chance everywhere, which is good. We can then go instruction, or I can go weapons practice. But I think the better way to do this is do a marching plan, give everybody else a bit of speed. Which gives them more chance of acting before the marks become really apparent, so we might be able to get around it that way. Or I can go chant pep talk. Yeah. Not religious, but that's still somewhat. And then... So that's fortified, minus 25 stress percentage. There's a chance that will be enough.
The light, the promise of safety.
Okay. Then we are massively over-prepared, but we're going for this anyway. I'd love you to disarm this. I'll go further 7, so 62. Okay.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Either make combat debuffs. We've got to remember I have these as well, because I can use the medicinal herbs set out in combat, as well as the way I've used them there. 271 hit points. Bit of squeal. He didn't mark us up, which is interesting. He has stunned you, though. Right. Oh, I've... Alright, fine. I don't suppose it matters, but I forgot to put the target... Actually, no, this really does matter, actually. I forgot to put the target thing on. Bugger. Right, mark him. End this one! Retribution, crit 6 to start with. Perfectly executed. And he has a riposte up. Oh, for God's sake. My entire plan has kind of gone completely off the rails because I forgot to equip everybody appropriately. This is just ridiculous. Ah! Bit of squeal, and that's not good. That's potentially not good, because I didn't think about that. Stabby death for 10. Thankfully, this thing is a beast. Nope. And these two! Oh god, if he dies, that's going to cause me some problems. Let's try for stun. Got an outside chance of making that work. No. Right, now we need to weaken him. Hand of Light. He's got a really low debuff, actually. And since he's marked, this will do double damage. 34.
How quickly the tide turns.
And now somebody needs some urgent healing. Bit of squeal. Please don't stun, because otherwise I'm going to have some problems. Okay. Put the reconstruction on. And these two! Thank God Wilbur is dodging. Okay. I might as well go for the stun, because if it actually does work, then he loses a turn. I don't believe it's impossible. Right, the marker lasts one more. 23. The goodness is, I think you can set it back up, so... And a double debuff means minus 60. Obliterate masses.
Grievous injury.
And some problems. Bit of squeal. Yep, bit of problems. I'm going to keep the... No, Sniper's Mark is probably better here. Mark and then go for it. And these two!
And now the true test. Hold
Okay.
fast or expire.
Stun for your life. Crit 34. Thank you very much. I'm going to keep going. This is a... No, I can't afford it. I wanted to keep going, but he's going to be at negative 60. That'll be okay. He'll be at death's door from this, though.
Reeling, about to break.
Bit of squeal. Four's enough. Keeps you alive this turn. Come on, stun. One round of it. Okay, we've got one round of stun up. 19. Bit of squeal. Sitting here on no hit points is quite amusing. Right, he's got no chance of being stunned this time. Crush for 10. And this one! He's actually one we don't mind him getting rid of. Alright, I can remark him. Which is probably an okay plan here. Mark with you. I know I could have gone for heal, but honestly, they're in such bad shape, it's not going to help. The only reason I'm considering healing at this point is because it would get Wilbur away from killing us while flailing.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
We've seen Satoras already. Death's Door still for Little Debbie, hang on. Gonna go for the shot, 35, he's nearly out. End these two. Death's Door. So I need to heal before he has a round, and that means this has to happen. 7. The grave can wait. Attempt at a stun. We got one off. Got a second. Oh, this is probably game. If we can do enough damage here. 9. That means they've got the Lost Navigator for the win then. Bit of squeal, as long as you don't get stunned. $22 crit. We got this. We got this. As long as now, and these two, that puts Snoopy on death's door.
Becoming unwound.
But I can Eldritch Artillery this for the win.
How many rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
Hand of Light.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, we get a couple of minor awards for that, but... Whew. That was certainly interesting. We had the right idea, but honestly, I thought I'd really screwed this up when I've forgotten to do the... If I'd have gotten rid of the marked ability from the flare to get rid of that, if I'd have had the proper abilities equipped on people, if I'd have... whatever. The weakening seemed to work, although he did seem to hit us for about 35 still, so maybe he could still hit us for a great amount anyway. I'll probably not know entirely how much that saves me, but just about holding on to our front two on Death's Door all the way through. We are returning to the Hamlet. I don't need to continue any further. We have a good amount of loot. One down. 7 to go. Hooray. Yeah, very minimal loot there, but still, Snoopy. Getting curious. Don't like that one. And Warren Scrounger, so that's not so bad, though it's got rid of Fated, which is a much better ability, really. And actually, 3 of them are reasonably okay from the ordeal, and you actually leveled up. For some reason, I thought you were at level 6. I probably thought you were because I was thinking of Yuki Ito at that time. Ah, well. 1 down. And I think the flesh might be actually, in an odd and bizarre way, the next one I can attempt.
You will know the tragic extent of my failings.
But for now, we shall cure your vertigo. And we shall, I suppose, put these lot through the stress reliefs. So you can go there. You can go there. And I believe next time we have more bosses to plan for. We still need to go the progression route there. We have the hag down here, who will be annoying. We have the siren over there, who is going to be awkward. And then we have the necromancer lord, who in theory is manageable, but I'd need to think about things a little bit for that. I might have to go back and watch how I did it last time, because I think I struggled more on the second attempt with that one. I think the Siren was one I thought was going to be easy and I struggled on the second attempt. The Hag I managed to beat quite easily. The 12 pounder was another easy one, which should still be more or less the same method. We'll see. Obviously I still need to level up a lot of these guys. I need to get their equipment sorted out before we can go too much further. But why 3 bedpans? Why indeed? But anyway, until the next time.